Kazakhstan was ranked 39th in the United Nations e-Government Survey 2018 with a very high level of e-Government Development Index. Kazakhstan's e-Gov online service provided 30 million government services in 2018, while the number of registered users exceeded 8.5 million people. Healthcare services are the most popular service on the website, as Kazakh citizens use the service 70,000 times in just 4 months. The government also focuses to create conditions for business development. Half of the 165 government services provided exclusively online are licenses and permitting documents, including subsidy permits. The government is planning to add another 140 services online.
Осы шаралардың нәтижесі бойынша 19 жылы көрсетілетін мемлекеттік қызметтердің 80%.
According to our plans, 80% of the government services will be provided online in 2019 and 90% in 2020. The number of documents presented in paper will be reduced by 110 million documents per year. Today, we do our best to make the government services as user-friendly and accessible as possible.
Болу үшін бар күш-жігерімізді, мүмкіндіктерімізді жұмсауға дайынбыз.
Another important task for the government is the development of the mGov mobile application. The application currently provides about 90 various services. The government is set to expand the list of services provided. In the future, the mobile and web versions of government service will be synchronized. British investors continue to invest in projects in Kazakhstan. Today, the United Kingdom is among the 5 largest investor countries in the Republic. Over the past 10 years, Britain has invested about $13 billion in the country. Last year, the majority of the investment was used for the development of the raw materials sector. A networking meeting was held in London to provide more information about the Kazakh business climate to the British investors.
I think the Caspian is a general, this is it for me.
The objective of the British Kazakh society is to encourage and support the development of the relationship between Kazakhstan and Britain. And of course, that relationship covers a great extent of area, both from culture and business. Event, which has been primarily focused on energy and oil and gas, has provided good information to the audience.
The UK is one of the top 10 trade partners of Kazakhstan in terms of value. In the first 9 months of last year, the trade turnover between the two countries reached almost $1 billion. This is higher comparing to 2017.
Russia and China, and they have a lot of assets.
В связи вот с теми идеями.
Since Kazakhstan's government is currently implementing these ideas and plans by attracting investors to other sectors of the economy, we are seeing the increased interest from companies in Europe, the UK, and other countries.
Из Европы, из Великобритании, из других стран мира.
At the meeting, Britain was interested in the potential of energy and infrastructure sectors in Kazakhstan. The country is an active participant of China's Belt and Road Initiative. Uzbekistan will host the first Central Asian Economic Forum. The large international event is scheduled to start in spring this year. Government leaders from Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan and Turkmenistan are expected to take part in the upcoming forum. The objective of the event is to provide a platform for direct dialogue between business communities and regional authorities, as well as to improve the conditions for export of goods and services which are produced in the Central Asian countries to the international markets.
Он пройдет накануне консультативной встречи руководителей Центральноазиатского.
It will be organized on the eve of a consultative meeting of the government leaders of the Central Asian states. There is an economic bloc which works on proposals that create joint projects and develop our foreign trade not only between us, but also in third countries.
Внешнюю торговлю, не только между нами, но уже и выход в третьи страны.
In the upcoming meeting, the Central Asian government leaders will also discuss topics related to security as well as trade and economic relations. Uzbek ambassador to Kazakhstan, Saidikram Niyaz Khojayev, says that the event will have a positive impact on the entire Central Asian region.
Оно еще больше укрепит оно позволит.
It will further strengthen and allow us to develop a unified position on solving new problems and challenges that are emerging today.
На сегодняшний день это возникает.
The Kazakh-Uzbek relations are one of the good examples of mutually beneficial cooperation in the Central Asia region. For example, the volume of trade between the two countries last year have increased by 40% and exceeded $2.5 billion. Both countries plan to increase the mutual trade by another 40%. Central Asia countries and India plans to expand cooperation in the economic, cultural and humanitarian sectors as the countries enter a new era of partnership. The countries also plan to contribute to the international efforts to stabilize the situation in Afghanistan.
India proposes the setting up of the India-Central Asia Development Group to take forward this development partnership between India and Central Asian countries. All our countries will be represented in this G2G group. This group will be requested to come up with concrete proposals. Further, to connect businesses from India and Central Asia, India proposes the establishment of an India-Central Asia Business Council involving leading chambers of commerce from all the 5 Central Asian countries and India. Friends, as you are aware, the joint efforts of India, Iran and Afghanistan have led to the development of the Chabahar port in Iran as a viable route to connect to Afghanistan and potentially to Central Asia.
To transport goods between Central Asia and India, the countries are planning to connect the Kazakhstan-Turkmenistan-Iran and Kazakhstan-Uzbekistan-Turkmenistan-Iran railway routes with the Chabahar port, creating a consortium with the participation of all the Central Asian countries. Kazakhstan is interested in implementing joint projects with India in the sectors of medicine, pharmaceuticals, new technologies and finance. The countries are planning to use the capacities of the Astana Hub International Hub for IT startups and the Astana International Financial Center. Tajikistan boosts the export of its winter hardy lemons. Tajik farmers are harvesting Khatloni variety lemons. Harvesters produce up to 10 kilograms of lemons from one tree branch. The variety, which used to be called Meyer, was brought to Tajikistan from the United States. These lemon trees grow in the Khatlon region, which has the favorable climate with hot weather and enough humidity. The lemon fruits are large, with a deep yellow skin, and the pulp is fragrant and sweet.
The
Khatloni lemons have many benefits. The trees yield 2 tons of fruits per 1,000 square meters several times a year. Lemons require micronutrients and humus during vegetation and nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium in winter. The fruits grow well in greenhouses as they keep warmth for a long time. It doesn't snow here, that's why we have the highest lemon yields. We harvested 3,110 tons of lemons in 2018, which is 5% higher than in 2017. No other district yields this much. Tajik farmers harvested more than 5,000 tons of lemons in 2018 and exported half of the yield to Russia, Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan. Medical tourism is becoming increasingly popular in Kazakhstan. More than 2,000 foreigners received treatment in Kazakhstan's hospitals last year. Every year, medical tourists from 45 countries receive treatments in the Republic. Most of them are from the Commonwealth of Independent States, such as Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan. The minority of the foreign patients are from the United States, Germany, and Nigeria. The main advantages of medical tourism in Kazakhstan are the international certification, high level of medical services, as well as the professionalism of specialists and modern medical equipment used. Most of the patients arrive here to undergo complex surgeries. The diagnosis varies from brain tumors and spinal injury, and some of the patients need to undergo brain vessel surgery. In most cases, the patients come here because there are no complex surgeries available in their countries, like how we provide here. Also, due to technical and personnel problems, their choice of country may be due to the cost of the surgery. Medical tourists in Kazakhstan seek the services of heart surgeries, neurosurgery, transplant and reproductive medicines. The country currently has 6 health organizations accredited by the Joint Commission International Accreditation Standards for Hospitals. Experts say that Kazakhstan has the opportunity to become the world center of medical tourism in the Central Asia region. The country needs to advertise its medical capacities worldwide. Tour operators can also help in promoting Kazakhstan as a medical destination. Indeed, having examined the clinics that work according to international standards, which are part of large holdings and have JCI accreditation, I can say that this is an indicator and we can be proud of it. Having visited the Center of Neurosurgeons, I can say that surgeries such as a heart transplant in the entire CIS are performed only in the clinic that is located in Astana, Kazakhstan. An online medical website has been created in order to attract foreign patients. On the website, the potential patients can find information about local clinics and about the equipment, medical services and specialists. A special call center has also been launched for medical tourism. International students give preference to education in Kazakhstan. Almost 2,000 foreign students are studying in universities in the Karagandy region. Every year, the university registers higher number of intake. The vast majority of the students are from India and they chose to study medicine.
У нас есть преподаватель, который английский знает хорошо.
We have teachers who speak English very well. We have laboratories. Dormitories are also good. There is a library. When I graduate, I want to come back here to work as a teacher. After graduation, some of the international students decided to stay in Kazakhstan. One of them is Muhammad Irfan from Pakistan. He is a teacher and works at the Department of Pathology. Our students who studied here said that this is a very good university. I looked at the website and chose this university. I joined the program, then graduated, and now I'm staying here. My children have grown up here. 300 foreigners study at the Karagandy State Technical University. The students are from Uzbekistan, Russia, and Afghanistan. The university's majors such as construction, electric power engineering, as well as automation and control are especially popular among international students.
Для поддержки иностранных студентов
we have a Department of Academic Mobility for international cooperation in order to support the foreign students. The department provides visa support to our students. Our campus is available to all international students. We provide internet access, food, and a learning space for the students in their dormitories.
Возможность питания, возможность обучения.
The JAS project, organized by the Ministry of Education and Science and World Bank, has kick-started in the Mangistau region with the aim to attract the young generation to be involved in business environment. The major project is part of the 100 events dedicated to the Year of Youth in Kazakhstan. At first, we thought, would all the money be used? These young creative people have different proposals and very interesting ideas. The projects are very interesting. We will allocate additional funds for this project in 2019. About 1.4 billion tenge will be allocated only for rural areas. This amount is 20% higher than in the previous year. One of the JAS project participants, 29-year-old Anara Seydalieva, is leading the construction of house building factory. The plant production capacity is 150,000 square meters of reinforced concretes per year. In the future, the capacity volume is planned to be double. Seydalieva plans to use the support of the state program for her project. We purchase additional equipment, including bridge cranes, in order to increase the production. Our target is to work in the construction sector and build affordable housing. Business support centers are built in the regional districts. Last year, more than 2,500 people received consultations on entrepreneurship at the centers, of which 300 people have opened their businesses worth almost 1 billion tenge last year. The state government plans to create an association of young entrepreneurs in Mangistau region this year. The association, which aims to develop, review and promote the development of entrepreneurship in Kazakhstan, will organize master classes, competitions and business trainings. It will also act as a platform to establish business contacts with local and foreign entrepreneurs. A draft of a mountain facility has been created in the Almaty region. Based on the draft, tourism services will be developed starting from the foothills of Ilie Alatau to the territory of Khan Tengri Peak in the east to the Kaskelen Gorge in the west. A whole range of ski resorts has been built where hot springs and motels have become very popular, especially among international tourists. In total, the Almaty region has nearly 150 of year-round and winter tourism facilities. Up to 400,000 tourists, including foreigners, visit the region annually.
At
this stage, we are planning on the expansion of ski slopes, which includes increasing the length of the slopes, as well as the construction of gondola and chairlifts. Meanwhile, the Almaty region also pays great attention to the development of ethno-tourism. There are ethno-villages in the Karasai and Talgar districts, where visitors can experience the national culture, try traditional dishes and live in yurt. In the near future, sightseeing tours will be organized. Tourism experts plan to promote the Festival of Blossoming Sever's Apple Tree, which is organized every year at Jungarian Alatau mountain range, to the international market. It will be included in the list of events. The attention of the world community will be drawn to the whole process, which starts from planting, flowering, ripening and apple harvesting in the Almaty region. A digital library which keeps Turkic collections will soon be opened. People from all over the world will have the opportunity to learn about the unique Turkic culture and history. Experts believe that the online library, which will have the same style as Wikipedia, will be modern and advanced. The library will be very useful for the young generation and will be interesting for them. Young people need digital and modern reading platform. Therefore, the online library is very important. Besides opening the library, we need to teach the young people on how to use the online service and promote reading amongst youth. Meanwhile, there are plans to exhibit ancient Turkic artifacts in museums in various countries, as outlined in the 7 facets of the Great Steppe article. In the article, President Nazarbayev emphasized the importance of studying Turkic civilization from the ancient days to modern days.
Я, например, занимаюсь уже давно тюрками в Шумере. Шумер – это 4000 лет до нашей эры.
I'm currently studying the history of the Turkic people during the Sumer civilization dated back to 4000 BC. This civilization existed just 6,000 years ago. The ancestors of the Turkic people exist at that time. We will continue studying and write about our findings regarding our ancestors.
Вот об этом мы будем говорить обязательно и писать. И вот эта конференция этому поможет.
Expeditions are planned to be held as part of the 7 facets of the Great Steppe article. The research documents will be available in digital format so that it is available worldwide. A musician in Aktobe invented a new dombyra teaching method. The system is useful for amateur musicians. Gulsana Makhzimbetova realized that it is challenging to teach kindergarten children how to play the dombyra. She understood that explaining music scores and digital system to the children is not a solution. The musician decided to introduce geometric figures and various colors in her teachings. The system is based on replacing notes with colors. These colors can be applied to all musical instruments because we use notes to play all instruments. I converted the notes to 7 colors. This method can be applied on plucked string instruments as well as the piano and violin. The musician marks fingers with 5 figures and paints notes in different colors. The method is easy and don't require learning more symbols. Gulsana Makhzimbetova's teaching method is also useful for people with disabilities. The musician has been giving free classes for children with special needs for half a year. Her long-term students can easily play 5 different quiz. My children was never engaged in any activities at home, but now my child is humming songs. My child was also never involved in any handicraft, and now my child is engaged in knitting.
айналысып жатыр.
The dombyra teacher registered her unique method at the Ministry of Justice and received her copyright. Gulsana Maksimbetova is planning to open similar centers in other regions in Kazakhstan in the future.